anytime soon. They said if your ratings didn't go up, that you might have to go over to person of interest.
That's the first question?
That wasn't the first question. No, that's not my question. My question's for Terry. I just want to say... I was letting you know. I didn't want you guys to know, because I thought that was terrible when they said that.
I've never heard of this show. What is this show?
Person of interest? It's on CBS, don't worry.
It's a show where the main characters watch other people acting. That's the...
I think that Gavin Durant is similar to the last 2 seasons of John Locke, when John Locke was a man in black. But that Gavin Durant is actually, I think he's more cold-hearted and a lot more manipulative. He's starting at that point. He's starting where that guy picked up. And John Locke, for the first 3 or 4 seasons, was actually a much softer character who was, ultimately fallible. And so Gavin Durant's starting a lot darker place.
Okay. And can you just say hi to Pooja?
First episode, absolutely love it. Can't wait for tonight. I actually wish it was tonight right now. I love the fact, I'm a huge horror fan, but I'm also a writer. And I love the fact that it incorporates both the drama and the horror in a very even mix. And it's finally found its footing that it really keeps me on the edge of the seat the whole entire time. My question is to each person, what's your favorite horror film?
Horror film?
Horror.
Let's go.
Yep.
Wait until dark.
Shining. Great.
Oh, that is twisted.
The Thing.
Paranormal Activity.
I'm going to say, have you seen Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed? The Hammer film's a classic. Highly recommend.
Yeah, I saw Rosemary's Baby the other day.
Yeah. What about you? Yeah, Matt, what's your favorite?
Yeah, there's so many to choose. David Wilcox recently introduced me to Halloween 3.
That's very underrated too.
Watched it with my 4-year-old, he loved it.
I know that's not playing my own.
Alright, so if you have not seen Wolf Creek, that thing is messed up.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Australians in the outback, murderous, villainous guy. It's utterly terrifying. Utterly terrifying. Yeah. It's not nice.
Mercedes and you, Vanessa, what is the difference coming from 3 shows that I kind of love? Desperate Housewives on Wisteria Lane, Mercedes, The Finder from the World, End of the World Bar with recipes Michael Clark Duncan, and Helena from Nikita from playing a triple agent from the CIA, MI6 and all that. How does it feel from coming from 3 shows that was totally different characters to practically a show where it's like, let's just say a little bit mystery with a little bit romance on the side and everything?
I don't know. I can really get I think it's kind of a dream as an actor to get to play different roles, and a lot of times that's not the case. You end up playing kind of the same a lot, but it's really fun when you actually get to play something you're not really.
Because how is also the transaction for each 3 of y'all? Because I know Vanessa and Mercedes, no, actually Mercedes was located down in Florida, sometimes in California. For you, Vanessa, it was in California, and for you, Helena, it was all in Vancouver with Nikita. Like, how is it from coming from locations that was so far off and beautiful to practically the beautiful place of New York City?
I'm loving New York.
Yeah, New York's amazing. The fact that we are able to play different roles and have different strengths in each and sort of create our own. I mean, as the U.S. Marshal, she has certain strengths, and Louise has her own vulnerabilities and frailties. And New York is just so amazing because it really does sort of create another character for me. It brings something out just being in the city. It's got such a great vibe that I'm loving it.
By the time I got to Wisteria Lane, it was in its 6th season, so I did 7 and 8. We shot at Universal, which is all contained. All the cast, all the crew had been there, a well-loved machine. So you kind of knew what slot you could fill, and you did your best, and you knew kind of what the parameters were and who your players were. This was shooting in Williamsburg. We're shooting on the streets of New York. There's other people that I know from theater that have come on to do guest roles. So it's a much different type of beast. It's much more, I would say, raw and organic because we have no idea what's going to happen and where the show's going to go. We're trying to find an audience. So it's like a new beginning as opposed to Wisteria Lane, which was well contained and also in LA.
Well, I think y'all got the audience because all these people are here to see y'all today.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming.